we are making vegan bean and chorizo empanadas. These are kind of like Hot Pockets. My mom used to make these when I was growing up, except we are going to be taking some shortcuts today with some vegan chorizo crumbles, or you can use Soyrizo as well. And we're going to be using puff pastry so that we don't have to make the dough from scratch. If you're new here, my name is Linda and this is Vegan Petite, and let's get started. Cook your vegan chorizo according to the package directions. I cooked 1 pound of dry pinto beans in the Instant Pot for 35 minutes along with 6 cups of water and a bay leaf, and then I just added a teaspoon of salt at the very end. But you can also use canned beans if that's easier. Add the beans to the chorizo and try not to put too much of the liquid if you cook them from home. Now you're going to use a potato masher to gently mash the beans as much as you can. Be careful not to scratch up your pan or make the mixture overflow. If it starts to get a little dry, you can add a spoonful of the bean liquid or water. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now roll out your puff pastry and also line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Use a pizza cutter to cut evenly sized squares on the puff pastry. I did 3 by 5, but honestly, next time I'm going to do 3 by 4, just so that the pastry squares are a little bit bigger. Then you're just going to fill them with a spoonful of your bean and chorizo mixture. Fold over the pastry dough and then press it with your fingers, or you can use a fork to press the edges of the dough together. I ended up experimenting with a few different shapes, triangle shapes and more rectangular shapes, as well as this one, which kind of looks like a big ravioli. You'll see in the end, my favorite ended up being the triangle shape, so I would recommend just sticking with that. Next, you're going to use some unsweetened plant-based milk and brush it over the tops of the empanadas to make them come out more golden brown. Then I just cut a little slit at the top just to air out the empanadas and make sure that they don't puff up too much. Now just bake your empanadas for 20 minutes at 425 degrees and voila! Alright, let's try these out so you can see what kind of worked and what didn't. This was our big old ravioli looking one. It actually looks pretty cool now. Most of these kind of split open on the sides. They look more like hot dogs. Surprisingly, the most aesthetically looking ones to me are the triangle shaped ones that I started with. So maybe just go with that method. But I'm just gonna try one of these. Take a nice little bite. It's nice and golden. It looks crispy. Okay, that was all the crust right there. Oh, hot. Okay, yeah, there you can really taste the chorizo in there. It's nice and salty, well seasoned. You saw I didn't have to add any extra seasonings because the Chorizo itself had seasonings in it. The beans are still creamy. It didn't dry out at all. And the crust is just nice and golden and flaky. Delicious. All right, we're gonna let the cameraman try, see what he thinks.
That's pretty good.
You like it?
I love it.
He's picky too. All right, you heard it here.
Hey.
Okay, this was my cameraman's idea to stuff these hollowed out baguettes. This is not Mexican, by the way.
If you have leftovers.
But you can do this because you will very likely have plenty of leftover bean and chorizo mix. Of course, you can just eat these with tortillas, make tacos. But this is an interesting idea too. You know, it'd be so funny if you had both of these stuffed and you just put it back together and you just present it like nothing. Surprise! Not gonna lie, this actually looks pretty good. The baguette got nice and golden and crusty. All right, let's give it a try. Hey, that works. If you can't find puff pastry, you could just do this. It's really good. All right, so we got these little half-size baguettes at Costco in the freezer section. They're just take and bake. Now the box says bake at 375 for 8 to 12 minutes. That's BS, okay? It won't get any golden color. I cranked mine up to 405, all right, for like 20-ish minutes, and they came out nice and golden, 18, 20 minutes.
Keep an eye on it.
There you go, keep an eye on it, yeah. If you like this recipe, let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and be sure to subscribe for more videos as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.